what God has done.
So amid the conflict where the grave was small, do not be discouraged, God is over all. Count your many blessings, angels will attend. Help and God will give you to your journey's end.
Count your many blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God has done. Count your many blessings,
Name them one by one.
count your many blessings, see what God has done.
Not long ago, a preacher had closed out a revival and ordered the train to start his journey home. He sat down beside a young man and tried to start a conversation with him, or making some comment about the weather. The young man didn't answer, so they rode on in silence. In a little while, the preacher heard the young man break out in sobs. So he leaned over and put his arms around his shoulders and said, "Son, I'm a minister, and I'd like to help you in some way if I can." The young man said, "Yes, preacher. I've got to talk to someone. You see, about 2 years ago, I had gone so wicked and went so far as to strike my dad with my fist. My dad's a man's man, and he could have whipped me with one arm, and sometimes I wished that he had me. He didn't even fight back. My dad told me, 'Son, you've grown so wicked that you're worried your mother to death, and you're going to have to leave home.' So you see, preacher, for the past 2 years, I guess I've done just a little bit of everything that could be thought of that's wrong. But about a week ago, I knelt down at an old-fashioned altar, and I asked God to forgive me, asked Him to make me a better son and help make me a real man. And He did something for me no one else could do. He gloriously saved my soul. The first thing I thought of was my dear old mother and dad, and I'd love to go back home. I sat down and wrote my dad a letter and said, 'Dad, if you could find it in your heart to forgive me, please let me come back home.' And I told him that I would be on this train, and that if he wanted me to, that I'd get off. Well, this kind of confused the preacher a little bit, and he said, 'Son, just how are you going to know that your dad has forgiven you?' The young man replied, 'Preacher, for just about all of my life we've lived by these old railroad tracks in a little broken down house, and out in the backyard stands an old apple tree. I told my dad if he could find it in his heart to forgive me, just to have a white flag in that old tree, and I'd get off. Well, in a little while, the preacher heard the young man break out in sobs again. And the young man said, 'Preacher, I'm almost home, and I can't bear to look. Almost home, preacher, but I can't bear to look.' The preacher, with love, sincerity, and compassion, said, 'Son, that'll be all right. I'll look for you. I'll be your eyes.' So the preacher leaned over and wiped the frost from the window so he could see it. And as he looked down at me, a great big old smile came over his face, and he looked back at the young man and said, 'Son, you don't have a thing in this world to worry about. Why, it looks like that old apple tree is in full bloom. Why, son, there's white flags hanging all over it. And that's not all. Down under its tether, a dear old mother and dad. They're not only waving white flags. They've got a great big old white bed sheet waving, 'Come on home, son. We still love you, boy. Come on home.' And you know, my friends, I'm so glad to know that we have a Father yonder in heaven. And no matter how wicked you've been, no matter how much wrong you've done, maybe He's speaking to you just now, saying, 'Come on home, child. I still love you. Come on home.' And God standing there in heaven now, saying, come on home, America. I know that you've gone wrong, straight far away. You worship other idols, you worship other gods, and I still love you, and I'll forgive you. Just come on home, America. And oh, my friends, America, of this great country, if America's to turn back to God, it'll have to be because you first, the American people, go back home to Him. Lester Maddox. And his grace is so marvelous, so wonderful and great for me, sufficient for you too. And it is as deep as the fountain, and as wide as the sea, and as big as the world. There's room at the cross for you, and Jesus is waiting. Yes, there's room at the cross for you, for Lester Maddox. And we should go to the feet of Jesus, the one who went all the way with the cross for us. Oh, I know that millions have already gone there, but there's still room for one. There's room for you, so why not go to the foot of the cross, take the hand of Jesus, as he would have you do. And who at the cross for you,
and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
I was driving one day out in the country alone. I happened to pass by a small farm. There was a little frame house with shingles on top, but something about it made me want to stop. So I pulled the car to the side of the road, right near a little field that had just been hoed. I walked up to the house and had paused again when a man stepped up and said, "Howdy, friend." Well, I told him my name, then hastened to say, "I don't mean to intrude, but something just made me want to stop here today." The old man smiled and said, "Won't you set a spell? The Lord sent you here because I've got a story to tell. You see, the Lord called my wife when we first built this home, and me and my boy stayed on here alone. We both worked hard and never complained. We battled the snow, the wind, and the rain. Then after supper, the close of the day, we'd take down the Bible and read and pray. It wasn't easy, but we made it some way, till the postman came with that letter one day. My boy had to leave me to answer his country's call. Seems I can almost see him as he stood there so tall. He said, "Dad, don't worry. I'll be back one day. And I want to thank you because you taught me how to pray. And you know, Dad, I'm going to do the best that I can to preserve a way of life for folks like us, the common man." Well, time rocked along, and I found I could still smile, for the Lord was good, and I'd get a letter once in a while. But sir, my world went to pieces, and I couldn't even pray. When I read that why, your son was killed in action today. I even said, "Lord, I've had so little, and I've worked so hard to do my share. Now to take my only boy, well, that just doesn't seem fair." And suddenly there before me, it was as plain as it could be. My boy, the one I love, had knelt beside me with his hand upon my knee. He said, "Dad, you disappoint me. I never thought your faith would wane. If you denounce our God and country, then I guess I died in vain. I know that you're lonely, it's hard to carry on, but Dad, you weren't the first to give your only son. And through the smoke of battle, I never felt alone. For I knew, Dad, that you were praying and wishing I were home. Yes, then, my friend, my eyes were open, and God came back in view. So God sent you, my brother, to tell my story to. So as I left that farmhouse, I prayed, "Please, dear God, help us to understand. The hope of America lies in our faith in God and the common man."
From the mountains to the prairies to the ocean, white with foam, God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, just a closer walk with me, 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 just a closer walk with me.
Ever known. And on this memorial, I would propose that we engrave the following epitaph. Here lie the remains of the United States of America, born a free republic on July the 4th, 1776 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. delivered by the hands of patriots who so love freedom that they dared to demand it, standing ready to sacrifice their fortunes and even their lives to ensure that freedom was established and preserved. The infant republic was threatened from every quarter. Hostile forces coming by ship and by horseback tortured the infant country with cannon, arrow, and pen. But the infant continued to survive and grow and prosper, nurtured by the love of men and women now long forgotten, who would not accept tyranny at any price. The young nation grew to adolescence, nourished by strong faith in God and the principles of private enterprise and private property rights. The century-old nation matured to become a giant among the nations of the world. Many were envious of the wealth and prosperity of the relatively young republic, while Americans sang songs about spacious skies, amber waves of grain and fruity plains. Nations without America's degree of freedom cried out for food to feed their starving, and flocked to the shores of the one nation which promised every individual an opportunity to reach his full potential. The greedy came not with outstretched hands, but with clenched fists. But America, your country and mine, with unprecedented industrial muscles developed through the system of private enterprise, and with an unyielding spirit born of a long life of freedom, turned back every aggressor and remained the greatest nation of all time. But then, with a full belly, weary of war and confident that the land and the hard-won freedom was secure, the giant went to sleep. The American people grew apathetic. They stored away their feelings of patriotism along with the flags that they once waved so proudly. America turned from God, grew self-righteous, and began playing God rather than praying to him as communism, drug addiction, and immorality ate away the moral and spiritual strength of the nation. When times came to nudge the giant, your country and mine, nudged him with rods, anarchy, crime laws, and threats of wars, the giant just mumbled an okay rather than wake up and fight. Faith in God was replaced by faith in man, faith in government, faith in political parties, and faith in the immortality of the United States of America. In his last moments, the giant, your country and mine, opened his eyes. In a last valiant effort, he tried to get to his feet, but he was kicked back down by the iron boot of tyranny. His last words were, "Don't give up hope. All we need is more dollars. Just a few more dollars. Just a few more dollars. May the greatest nation the world has ever known rest in peace." My friends, my fellow Americans, that's the end of the epitaph. The first part of it thrills me and excites me, for it tells us a story about the birth and the greatness and the growth and the progress of this wonderful nation. It's the latter part that concerns me and frightens me. For even though yet it has not been memorialized upon a memorial, the pages are being written as we see the crime and drug addiction and immorality sweeping this great nation. God forbid that it be the fate of our country, your country and mine. If it's to be otherwise, it will not be because of the anarchists, the bums, the sold-out politicians, and the criminals. It'll have to be because of good people like you, who love America enough to say so and live so. My prayer and my plea is that your decision, like mine, will be for America.